Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features arguably the best defense in the NFL. The Eagles are top 10 in fewest points allowed, and they'll be up against a 49ers offense that wants to hang a big number on them.
Thank you, Larry. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look live there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the San Francisco 49ers.
Sunday. Here we go. 120.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
36.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
He wasn't ready.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. Oh, look at the juke. Nearly a huge return as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Detroit. Let's go. Leopard.
Now the rookie from Utah, this is Joe Williams. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Jimmy Garoppolo, the starter here, finally lured away from the Patriots. What are some things you like about JG?
Well, I love his makeup, meaning obviously he's got some physical ability. He can throw the football, but he's mentally tough as well. And he developed while he was there in New England. They actually trained him to be a starter even though he wasn't getting any type of snaps. And this guy adapts and thrives with the ability to play against pressure.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. Gold now out to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. From the gun on third down, Wentz. Aguilar has it. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall near the 48-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Play fake to Blunt. Now it's Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a second and long. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Three down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Leopard, set, green, 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change.
LeGarrette Blount Touchdown, Philadelphia. LeGarrette Blount, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Gun! Here we go now. Gun! Leopard!
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
He's checking. Crash.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7.
Whip. Set. Green. Detroit. Detroit.
Again, it's Williams. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Hicks coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And his 3rd year on is the punter Bradley Pinion to kick it away as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
Has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Hey, Roger.
This is Ajayi. Space to maneuver at the 40. Ajayi's gonna go. 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Ajayi, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule, What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He finds an opening past the 40. 31 yards there and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Back. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
He's coming. We got double up.
Over. Watch him now. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
I know you feel that.
Hurry up. Here we go. 3, 9, 10.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers and... So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
No. All right, now, lucky 56. Here we go. Watch him.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And throw right side complete to Parker. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down.
5-9.
He's crashing.
There we go. Back man.
Checking crash.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Go. 120.
Right there.
Now a toss play to Blunt. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Double tight. Even.
On play action, Wentz looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard at the 21-yard line. Reminder, a couple of good games still to come. Later tonight, it's the Steelers on the road in Detroit taking on the Lions. Then Monday night, the costumes will be in full force in Kansas City, I'm sure, as on the day before Halloween, we'll see the Chiefs play host to their AFC West rivals, the Broncos.
And wasn't it just a couple years ago, those two played a night game that was won by the Broncos on a fumble return with like 20 seconds to go?
Absolutely, that was a thriller.
For Tokyo!
Alert! Alert! Three down! Check
For Tokyo!
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
No gain on this defense, no gain. Ram. We need to stop right here, defense. Let me hear that crowd. Let's go. Kill. Let's go, defense.
Now it's Ajayi. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Aaron Lynch in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. They've gone to the 2nd quarter in Buffalo, and the Bills have taken the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt, and this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good. 2
sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Gun!
play fake. Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. They give him a gain of 38.
Two tights. Over. Gun. Detroit.
25, check 25.
Detroit. Watch it now, Barney. Detroit. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Hey, switch gears.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Slam. Hatch it. Leopard.
Check 43.
All right, no. Check. Patriot.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Devontae Parker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have moved out in front. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Gold now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13.
Watch tight end.
They run again with Ajayi. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Go. Lady. Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Tokyo.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield.
Watch the edge. Motion.
Check. Go back. We got motion. Back up.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
They've gone to the second quarter in Buffalo. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And not great starting field position here for the offense.
No. Check. Patriots. Here we go now. Watch it now, Barney.
They begin the drive with Williams. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Malone. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Watch it now, Barney. Here we go. Leopard. All right, back there, Philly. Here we go.
Play action. Garoppolo. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Throw left side complete. That's Malone. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And this will be taken at the 13. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
They start on the ground here with Blunt. He had a great, strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And he connects with Ertz. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Single. Here we go.
Throwing is Wentz. Buying time to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The rookie from Alabama, Reuben Foster. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Back man. 53 is the mic. For Tokyo. Hey, Lou.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Here we go. 120.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Ertz over the middle. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. An Eagle first down there. Wentz to Ertz and the names that end in TZ. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Tight end left. Touch. Three down.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Back man. 180. Three down. Kill. Sunday. Out. Touch. 280. Tighten up. Liz 5. Let's go, Stan. Make some noise. Ram.
Oh, a design run for their wideout. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 13 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
That's a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Now Wentz will keep it. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
It's a sneak. It's Wentz. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
Now, that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only second down, and they try to run the sneak. Give credit to the defense. They pushed them back and set up 3rd down.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. It's the fullback, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead. And he knocks it through. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. And the Saints have scored again, enjoying a comfortable cushion. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Get up. Let's go.
Detroit. Detroit. Watch him now. Green 39.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view.
Williams loses the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. A near turnover, but the offense recovers it. Now they'll try to regroup on 2nd. They run it again with Williams. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Set! 3-19! 3-19! Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit!
Here we go with Williams. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Joe Williams stops short of the sticks on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll begin here with Blunt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Wentz going to give this one to Blunt. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Again, here's Blunt. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Two times. Hey, Ford Tokyo! Here we go. 180. Hey. 4 down. Ford Tokyo! Check 31.
They'll run here with Pumphrey down to the 25. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 11.
4 down. Check. 4 down. Hey, switch.
Throwing now is Wentz. Dancing to his left. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Elliott puts this one through. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On 2nd down, Williams. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. The Niners on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They run. It's Williams. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the 1st down yardage before he's brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
To the right side, caught by Salek. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brandon Graham. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Now let's go. All right, now, look at 56. Check.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a 1st down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. Meanwhile, in Foxborough there in the 4th quarter, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. And that is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll run again with Blunt. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. A gutsy decision there, going for it on 4th, but they got it, and that likely puts an end to this one.
Indeed, it was gutsy because there's so many other options they probably could have exercised in that situation, but they bet on themselves, and it paid off.
First down and goal to go from the 7.
Check.
And they'll go Wentz to Blunt here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Shift together here from the D-line.
Double tight. We got 4.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And they take a knee.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
I certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.